What is brotherhood? What is that? Let's talk about that for a moment. Okay, so let me check my camera back here, make sure we're still recording. I think we are. Okay, guys. So, talk about our brotherhood. What is brotherhood? What is that? Alright, you're riding with bikes, Bibles, and coffee. You're riding with Moto Michael. Thanks for watching, guys, and welcome to the channel. Okay, so the brotherhood. Now, in the biker community, we have this brotherhood, right? Now, I would like to say there's a brotherhood across the entire biker community, but quite obvious there's some separation there, because you got some cruiser guys who don't like the street bike guys. You got some street bike guys who don't like the cruiser guys. You get the ATV or adventure bike guys, ADV guys, and they all kind of look at each other a little different. Now, I'm one of those. I don't care what you ride. You have to ride your own ride. I'll ride with you. I don't care if you're on a scooter, because I'm out here to represent Jesus, right? So I'm not going to say I'm not going to ride with you because you don't ride the same kind of bike I ride. This is not a Harley Davidson. This is a Yamaha Roadstar. So, and there's some guys out there who are not going to want to ride with me because I don't ride a Harley Davidson. There's some Christian bikers out there who don't want to ride with me or other people just simply because they don't ride a Harley. You know, it's kind of strange to me when you call yourself a Christian. You know, the Christian groups, the Christian motorcycle ministries, the Christian motorcycle clubs, and a lot of those I've seen, not all of them, but a good portion of them I've seen are Harley Davidson only, to be a member or to be a club, to be a part of the club, and I don't get that. You know, I feel like we should be a little bit better than that, because you're putting yourself in a denomination. So it's pretty much saying, hey, if you're a Baptist, we're Pentecostal. If you're a Baptist, you can't come into our church and worship with us because you don't have the same beliefs as we do. And I'm non-denominational. I don't believe in all the different denominations. If you're a Baptist or Pentecostal, I have nothing against it. Don't get me wrong. My last pastor, who was my personal pastor, he was non-denominational, but he grew up Pentecostal. So he still spoke in tongues and all that. And he is probably one of the most amazing people I've ever met. I mean, I love that guy. He was just absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, he moved all the way over to North Carolina or South Carolina or something like that, so he's not here anymore. I miss him. I miss talking to him because he was a wonderful guy to be around. Absolutely wonderful guy to be around. I loved it. It was very addictive to be around him. And I just love being around people like that. They're very influential and very encouraging, and you know, they'll be straight up honest with you, but in a fatherly, Jesus kind of loving way. And I just thought that was just absolutely amazing. So getting back to our brotherhood. So, and then you got the bikers who were, all bikers are their brother, you know. They're just part of the biker community. But in reality, if you're a true Christian, if you're a true believer and a true worshiper, then we are brothers, like it or not. You know, I have ran into Christian people, you try to call them brother, like I'm not your brother. You know, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but you're not my brother. And I'm like, how can you say that another Christian isn't your brother because they're not your brother in flesh and blood? Because if I have a brother here on earth who did not believe in Jesus, even though they were good people, but did not believe in Jesus, did not believe in God, and we all know that they will be rejected from the kingdom. We all know this. As Christian believers, we know this already. But I have a Christian who lives next door to me. We communicate, we talk a lot, and I have good reason to believe that he has a good relationship with the Father and with the Son, and a very strong believer. Now, in all reality, who is my actual brother? Is it the one who believes, but is not related to me by flesh and blood? Or is it the one who doesn't believe, but is related to me by flesh and blood? Because flesh and blood is not eternal. Flesh and blood is going to die. And it's going to turn into dust, dirt of the ground. It's going away, bye-bye. The soul is forever. So, if that soul is going to hell, then you're not my fellow brother. Right? Because if that one who does believe, we both end up dying and we both see each other in the Father's kingdom and that Father's eternal glory, we will be called brothers at that point, right? And we're brothers here on earth as well. And Christianity teaches this, that we call each other brothers. You go into a church and you're welcomed and greeted by brother, right? So it's only fitting that we call on our Lord as brother, we call on each other as brother, and we treat each other as such. We are brothers, brothers of the flesh, brothers of the Spirit. Not brothers of the flesh, but brothers of the Spirit.